Apa khabar semua? Hi everyone. Today we will study 5 more verbs. If you haven't watched the part 1 already, go to the lesson first as per link above. Well, the 5 verbs that we will learn today are related to our hands. Of course, we use them daily, and you must know these verbs to navigate your stay in Malaysia better. I hope you could visit my beautiful country one day. Let's jump to the first verb. Tunjuk. Tunjuk. To show, to point using the index finger, to teach, to tell directions, and etc. The U in the first syllable is pronounced like Mulan in the Disney character, and the U in the second syllable is like the letter O in the word motive in English. Once more, tunjuk, tunjuk. How do we use this verb? First, a polite example. Let's say you are looking for the Twin Tower of Kuala Lumpur, and then you ask for direction to one of the passerby. Kuala Lumpur city centre, where the Twin Tower is usually called KLCC. Boleh tunjukkan saya dekat mana KLCC? Boleh tunjukkan saya dekat mana KLCC? Could you show me where the KLCC is? A less polite one, you may still use them though when asking for the direction because you use the word saya. Boleh tunjuk saya kat mana KLCC? Boleh tunjuk saya kat mana KLCC? The same meaning in English, but we drop the suffix kan, which is normally used with a verb, and change dekat to kat. Colloquially to a friend, for example, my friend here, Hanim, tunjuk aku kat mana KLCC? Hanim, tunjuk aku kat mana KLCC? Hanim, show me or point me where the KLCC is. Hanim is a female name, and in this example, we drop the suffix kan, change saya to aku, which is more informal, and dekat to kat. The word tunjuk sometimes is repeated, as in this colloquial example. Jangan nak tunjuk-tunjuk orang pula. Jangan nak tunjuk-tunjuk orang pula. The implied meaning here is, don't accuse me or don't blame me. If you translate the sentence word by word to English like this, it does make sense a bit. Just know that when you repeat the word tunjuk, as in this case, it has a slightly negative meaning to it. Jangan nak tunjuk-tunjuk orang pula. Do, not is jangan, nak is to want, tunjuk is point, to point, another tunjuk is to point, orang is people. Pula or pula, as said colloquially, is very hard to translate though. Using pula or pula will heighten the feeling or the context of the sentence. Another example is when a person uses his or her index finger to point to something or somewhere without verbaling the reason of his or her action. Let's say, you, your mom, and your little brother, who is not able to talk yet, are at home. It is late at night and your little brother is pointing to the empty room in your house. Spooky. Mak, adik, dia tunjuk-tunjuk kat situ. Takut. Mak, adik, dia tunjuk-tunjuk kat situ. Takut. Mom, he points to that direction. I'm afraid. This is when the one who points is requesting the listener to do something. Let's go to the next verb. Sentuh. Sentuh. To touch. To touch is the literal meaning, but implied meaning will change according to context. The first example, jangan sentuh saya. Jangan sentuh saya. Don't touch me. Be careful not to pronounce the word sentuh as in sentuh, sentuh. The U here in the second syllable sounds more like O, like in the word motif in English. Sentuh, sentuh. The next example is a couple just got married and the man says, saya belum sentuh dia lagi. Saya belum sentuh dia lagi. I have not slept with her yet. In this context, sentuh refers to an intimate relationship, sexual contact. Next is when a teacher or an academician says, saya tidak akan sentuh subjek ini. Saya tidak akan sentuh subjek ini. I will not touch this subject. Another example, if you go to a hospital to check for your stomach's issue, and the doctor asks you after touching your stomach, kalau saya sentuh sini, sakit tak? Kalau saya sentuh sini, sakit tak? If I touch here, is it painful? Another example is when your feeling is hurt, or you are grateful, or you are touched by the actions or by the words of someone. Saya tersentuh hati dengan perangai dia. Saya tersentuh hati dengan perangai dia. I am offended by his or her attitude. Next, saya tersentuh hati dengan kata-kata dia. Saya tersentuh hati dengan kata-kata dia. I am touched by his or her words. More examples of sentuh. Dah sentuh ke makanan tu? Dah sentuh ke makanan tu? Here it means, have you tried the food? Or have you eaten the food? Although sentuh means to touch, but the speaker is asking you if you have tried or eaten some of the food served. And the last example for sentuh, maaf, tak sengaja, tersentuh tangan kamu. Maaf, tak sengaja, tersentuh tangan kamu. I'm sorry, I was not aware, unintentionally touched your hand. The next verb is pegang. Pegang. It means to hold. The letter E in the first syllable is pronounced like the letter E of her in English. Pegang tangan dia. Pegang tangan dia. Hold his or her hand. Tolong pegang buku ni kejap. Tolong pegang buku ni kejap. Please hold this book for a moment. The next example is, Cuba pegang batu ni, berat tak? Cuba pegang batu ni, berat tak? Try holding this rock. Is it heavy? And the last example is, saya tak mahu pegang jawatan tinggi. Saya tak mahu pegang jawatan tinggi. I don't want to hold a high position. The next verb, it is pukul. Pukul. To beat, to hit, to strike, or to show the time, and etc. Like the first verb in this lesson, tunjuk, the U in the first syllable is pronounced like Mulan, the Disney character, and the U in the second syllable is like the letter O in the word motive in English. There are many meanings of pukul. The general meaning is to hit someone or something. For example, kenapa kau pukul dia? Kenapa kau pukul dia? Why did you hit him or her? Another common example is to tell the time. Sekarang pukul berapa? Sekarang pukul berapa? What is the time now? And you could answer it like this. Pukul 9 pagi. Pukul 9 pagi. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. It is 9 a.m. And the last example for pukul is when you are baking cakes or biscuits. Pukul telur bersama gula. Pukul telur bersama gula. Beat the egg with the sugar. Okay, next is the last verb, which is ambil. Ambil. To take something. Be careful not to pronounce the I in the second syllable like the word hit in English. Not ambil, but ambil. It sounds more like an E in the word hey in English. Again, not ambil, but ambil. Colloquially, we change the letter L in the word ambil to K. We say ambik, ambik, not ambik, but ambik. The K is not so defined. You may change the letter L to the letter K for ambil in all these examples with no change in meanings to be colloquial. The first example, ambilkan mak pinggan kat dapur. Ambilkan mak pinggan kat dapur. Colloquially, we say, ambilkan mak pinggan kat dapur. Take for me a plate from the kitchen. The next example is, for example, you are offended by the words of someone and a friend consoled you. He said, jangan ambil berat sangat apa dia cakap tadi. Jangan ambil berat sangat apa dia cakap tadi. Or, jangan ambil berat sangat apa dia cakap tadi. Don't take it too seriously of what he just said. And the last example is, dah ambil ubat tidur? Or, dah ambil ubat tidur? Have you taken the sleeping pill? I hope you learned something useful today. If you did, please like and share the video for other people to learn from it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.